Why does a lion hunt in silence? Because the loudest in the room are rarely the ones who win. True greatness isn't built in the spotlight. It's built in the dark. My brothers and sisters, listen to me for a moment, because what I'm about to say tonight might just change the way you chase your dreams. Work hard in silence. Let your success be your noise. That line right there, it's not just a quote. It's a philosophy. It's a way of life. It's a code for those who are serious about greatness. For those who understand that real success doesn't scream. It speaks softly, but powerfully. It whispers through your actions, through your results, through your transformation. We live in a world today where everybody wants to be seen. Everybody wants to be heard. Everybody wants to show what they're doing before they've even done it. We live in a generation of likes and followers, of clout and validation. But the truth is, real success doesn't need validation. Real greatness doesn't need applause. Because the loudest person in the room is rarely the one who's truly winning. The real giants, the real game changers, they move in silence. They grind in the dark while the rest of the world is sleeping. And when the time comes, when they step into the light, their results speak so loud that nobody can ignore them. When I was young, before I ever stepped in front of a camera, before I ever won an award, before anyone ever knew my name, I was working in silence. I wasn't talking about what I was going to do. I was doing it. I was in the theater, night after night, rehearsing lines, failing, trying again, failing better. There was no Instagram, no spotlight, no audience. Just me, my dream, and a little faith that said, keep going. And that's what I want to teach you tonight. Sometimes the best thing you can do for your dream is to shut the world out and focus on the work. Because greatness isn't built in the noise, it's built in the quiet. It's built in those early mornings when the alarm goes off and no one's watching. It's built in those late nights when you're studying, when you're practicing, when you're writing, when you're creating, and the world has no idea what you're up to. There's a sacred power in silence. It's in the silence that you find focus. It's in the silence that you hear your purpose. And it's in the silence that you build the kind of strength that can't be shaken by opinions, criticism, or doubt. Because when you work quietly, when you grind faithfully, you're not working for attention, you're working for growth. You're not chasing applause, you're chasing excellence. You ever notice how a seed grows? You plant it deep underground, in darkness. Nobody sees it. Nobody claps for it. Nobody praises it. But every day, it's pushing, growing, stretching toward the light. And when it finally breaks through the soil, people call it beautiful. But they didn't see what happened underneath the struggle, the patience, the silent fight. That's your life right there. The work you do in silence, that's your root work. That's where your strength is born. That's where your foundation is built. Now, some of you are sitting here thinking, but Denzel, people don't see what I'm doing. They don't appreciate me. They don't believe in me. And I'm telling you, good. Let them sleep on you. Let them underestimate you. Let them talk. Let them doubt. Because while they're talking, you're building. While they're scrolling, you're growing. While they're posting, you're preparing. When you finally arrive, your results will silence every doubt, every rumor, every hater. You don't need to tell people what you're doing. Your success will do the talking for you. See, the problem with telling everybody your dreams is that not everyone's equipped to handle your vision. You start telling small-minded people about big dreams, and they'll shrink it down to fit their limitations. You don't need that energy. Protect your dream. Guard it like a treasure, because it is one. The Bible says, do not cast your pearls before swine. That means not everyone deserves to hear what God put in your heart. Some things are meant to grow in secret. Some things are meant to stay between you and God until they're ready for the world. When I was coming up, I learned the value of humility. Humility doesn't mean you think less of yourself. It means you're secure enough not to prove yourself to everybody. I didn't have to tell people I was working hard. I just had to keep working. And eventually, the work spoke for itself. I remember doing plays where there were 10 people in the audience, 10, and I performed like there were 10,000. Because it wasn't about who was watching. It was about the work. When you work hard in silence, you develop character. You build integrity. You learn to give your best. And let me tell you something, that kind of quiet discipline is rare, but it's powerful. Because when you do it right, when you stay consistent, when you grind day in and day out without needing recognition, you become unstoppable. The person who works in silence is dangerous because you can't predict them. You can't distract them. They don't need validation. They don't need approval. They just need time. Time to let their work mature. Time to let their fruit ripen. And when the season comes, they show up, and the world has no choice but to take notice. Let me paint you a picture. Imagine you're building a house. Before you ever see walls, before you ever see a roof, there's a foundation being laid underground. That foundation might take months. It's not glamorous, it's not visible, but it's what holds the whole house together. Without it, the structure won't last. Your work, your effort, your discipline, that's your foundation. That's your silent construction phase. The stronger it is, the higher you can rise. Now, I know you've heard people say, move in silence. And I want you to understand, it doesn't mean hide your light. It means don't waste your energy explaining your plans. Don't talk about it, be about it. You don't have to tell people you're changing your life. Just change it. You don't have to announce every goal. Just hit it. You don't have to post every move. Just make the move. Because when you're truly focused, you don't have time to talk, you're too busy executing. There's a reason snipers are silent. There's a reason lions don't roar when they hunt. The most powerful ones move quietly, patiently, with purpose. You don't see them coming until it's too late. That's how you need to move. Quiet confidence. Steady progress. No noise, just precision. Because when you show up with results, you don't need to convince anybody your work will speak for you. When you work in silence, you also learn something valuable. Patience. You learn to delay gratification. You learn that growth takes time. That's what separates amateurs from professionals, boys from men, talkers from doers. The amateurs want attention now. The professionals are willing to wait, to put in the hours, to let the fruit grow. You know, I once read about Michelangelo. People called him a genius. But what they didn't see was that he spent years working on one statue, day after day, chiseling away at the same piece of marble. No applause, no spotlight, just him and his craft. When people finally saw the finished work, they were amazed. But what they were really seeing was years of silent dedication. So I ask you, what are you chiseling? What are you building when no one's looking? Because that's the real measure of your commitment. Anyone can look motivated on the surface, but the real test is what you do in the dark, when nobody knows. That's where champions are made. Let me give you something practical. Every single day, do the work quietly. Wake up early. Get after it. Don't announce it. Just do it. Keep a journal of your progress, not for social media, but for your soul. Track your growth privately. Study in silence. Pray in silence. Grind in silence. And when people start asking, how did you do it? You won't even need to say a word. You'll just smile, because your success already told the story. And hear me, your silence doesn't mean invisibility. It means confidence. It means faith. It means you trust the process enough to let your work develop in the shadows. A diamond doesn't shine until it's been cut, shaped, and polished, and all that happens in silence. When it's ready, it shines all by itself. That's you. You don't need to announce your every move. Let your discipline be your declaration. Let your results be your response. Let your growth be your gratitude. Let your success be your noise. Because when you get there, when you finally achieve what you've been working for, your success will echo louder than any words ever could. When I won my first Oscar, people said, "Wow, overnight success." But I smiled because it wasn't overnight. It was 20 years of quiet nights, of rejections, of preparation, of grinding in silence. By the time they saw the result, I'd already lived the work. So don't rush for recognition. Don't crave attention. The spotlight can blind you if you step into it before you're ready. Build yourself in silence so that when the light shines, you can handle it. Because the truth is, the noise fades, applause fades, attention fades, but character, the kind of character you build in the quiet that lasts forever. So tonight, I want to leave you with this. Keep your head down and your faith high. Work like no one's watching, because most of the time no one is. And that's okay, because God is. And He sees every effort, every late night, every early morning, every tear, every prayer. He's preparing a stage for you, but He's waiting for you to finish your rehearsal in the dark first. So go back to work. Go back to your grind. Go back to your purpose. Don't worry about who's watching. Just make sure that when they do, you're ready. Because when your time comes, when the curtain finally rises, when your success finally speaks, it will be louder than any noise you could ever make. Stay humble. Stay focused. Stay silent. Let your success do the talking. And when it does, the world will listen. May God bless your silence, your struggle, your preparation, and may He turn your quiet grind into a loud victory. God bless you. You've just finished listening to the show. To view other episodes, please click on the playlist icon currently displayed on the screen. Thank you.